Downstairs, we had a cook. And we all took our turns waiting tables and working in the kitchen, washing pots and pans and whatnot. And he was the dictator in the kitchen, and he always was around giving us directions, and he always held up a great big knife. One of those things about that long, and he always was holding that thing going around, supervising things in the kitchen. And then outside the kitchen, we had all the garbage cans, and they would rattle all the time, and apartments on the other side were always complaining about rattling all the garbage cans there in that little area between the buildings. So we had 3 meals a day, and they were all very substantial meals. Lots of potatoes, but we had an automatic potato peeler that you threw them into something and they whirled around and the skins came off. That helped a little bit. So we didn't have to peel all the potatoes that we used there. The earliest manager then, in '35 when I moved in, was Larry Collins, and he lived there with his brother John, who was a member of the crew that used to work over on the estuary over there, famous Cal crew that in those days. Gordon Miner was another manager for a while, and Lee Poole was a manager for a while. And of course, Hal Norton was always around. Here also was, Ted Johnson was ahead of me about 4 years or so. He was much later, and he did so much for the co-op movement. Died a few years ago, Ted Johnson. Let's see. Those long halls were long and dark. They were carpeted, and you had all the refreshing odors from the kitchen up and down those halls. I don't recall we ever had a fire drill, but we certainly needed one in that big barn of a building. Any other questions?
Did you ever have a fire?
No, we never had a fire in the 4 or 5 years I was there. And we watched very carefully on things like that.
Did you have any parties?
Oh, sure, we'd have parties occasionally. The lounge was on the Dwight end of the building. The business office and the lounge and whatnot. And the phone booth was there. I was 2 years in the phone booth. Yeah. So I knew practically everyone. Plugging in, taking out, and whatnot. And Larry Collins was quite a firm Catholic, and he used to lead a delegation every Sunday out of Barrington, and we'd all go across the campus way up here to the north side, which was the Newman Club up here. Anything else?
Question.
No automobiles around.
Quick question.
There was no place for automobiles.
Ed, a lot of the students these days use 3 words to describe their co-op experience.
Yes.
What are your 3 words to describe your co-op experience?
3 words? Oh, I thought I was there 5 years was great. Yes.
So yeah. Great would be one.
I went on, and when it became an academic, all over the world, traveled all over the world in the summertime, 35 different countries, and finally retired with a Fulbright to Taiwan, and came back to Sacramento, and where I live now with a great deal of banality.